Hello everyone, welcome to online audio video lecture series of Set Vidya Mandir High School Junior College Science and Commerce. Now I am explaining this chapter alcohols, phenols and ethers. In this video I will cover these topics: preparation of ethers, physical properties of ethers, chemical properties of ethers and uses of alcohols, phenols and ethers. So this is last video for alcohol, phenols, ethers. Preparation of ethers. First method, by dehydration of alcohols. When 2 mole of alcohol like ethyl alcohol heated in presence of H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin temperature, then it form diethyl ether. These 2 molecule of water, 2 moles of ethyl alcohol eliminate water molecule and form diethyl ether. So dehydration means elimination of water. So when 2 mole of alcohol eliminate 1 mole of water and combine to each other, then it form the ether. Important part of this reaction is maintain the temperature. See this example, ethyl alcohol C2H5OH when heated under this H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin temperature, then it gives the elimination reaction. After dehydration it convert into the ethene. So when alcohol heated under H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin temperature it form ether, and when alcohol heated under this H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin temperature, then it gives the alkene. So condition for this reaction is maintain the temperature. So in next one we see the mechanism of this dehydration of alcohol to ether. How this alcohol convert to ether after elimination of water. It is also 3-step process: protonation of alcohols, then elimination of water means dehydration and formation of carbocation, then second attack of nucleophile on carbocation, and last deprotonation. So in these 3-step process alcohols convert into the ether. We'll see this. 2 mole of ethyl alcohol convert into the diethyl ether after elimination of water. Mechanism: first one, protonation. In this protonation, this lone pair of electron of oxygen donate to this hydrogen ion and form this positive charge ion. In this positive charge ion, it eliminates this water and form this carbonium ion, a carbocation. On this carbocation, second mole of alcohol attack as a nucleophile and it form this intermediate. In this intermediate, it go for this deprotonation. After elimination of this H plus ion, it form diethyl ether. Sorry. So 3-step process: first protonation and dehydration to form the carbocation. Second step process, in second step attack of nucleophile on carbocation and form this intermediate, and in third step process deprotonation and form this ether. So this is the mechanism of formation of ether from ethyl alcohol. Other method of preparation is Williamson synthesis. Simple as well as mixed ethers can be prepared in laboratory by Williamson synthesis. In this method, alkyl halide react with the sodium alkoxide and form corresponding ether. Like Rx react with the NaOR. In this case, both alkyl group is same, then it forms the simple ether ROR. When we consider Rx plus NaOR means aromatic alkoxy group, then it form the ROAR. AR means aromatic compound and NX. For example, when we see this reaction in which sodium tert butoxide react with the methyl bromide, then it form methyl tert butyl ether. Important part in this reaction is when we consider our alkyl halide as a tertiary and sodium alkoxide as a primary, then it gives the alkene, alcohol and sodium chloride, not it give the ether. Important part in this reaction is what? When we are discussing this reaction, Williamson synthesis, especially in formation of the branched ether, our sodium alkoxide should be tertiary and alkyl halide should be primary. When alkyl halide is tertiary and sodium alkoxide is primary, then give alkene, not this ether. So important condition of this reaction is what? In the formation of tertiary alkyl ether, our sodium alkoxide should be tertiary and alkyl halide should be primary. If alkyl halide is tertiary, then it give elimination reaction and form this alkene, not ether. Next one. So when tert butyl chloride react with the sodium ethoxide, then it form the isobutene. In isobutene, here is the branch, isobutene. After elimination of this, ethyl alcohol and NaCl. Now we discuss about the physical properties. Physical properties in which first we discuss about the physical states and boiling points. So dimethyl ether and ethyl methyl ether are what? Gases. Other ethers are what? Colorless liquid. Second point, lower ethers are highly volatile and highly inflammable substances. Boiling point of ether show gradual increase with increase in molecular mass. Now next one, polarity and solubility. So when we consider the COC bond angle, then we get 110 degree. Therefore, ethers possess a small net dipole moments. See here, when we observe this structure, then we get how this ether is polar molecule. So bond angle is 110 degree. You are observing here. Dimethyl ether. Here is the lone pair of electron on oxygen. Therefore, it is what? Polar. It have the polarity in this direction, and ether is the polar molecule. Solubility and miscibility. Solubility and miscibility of ethers in water is similar to that of alcohol of comparable molecular mass. This is because ether can form hydrogen bonds with water through the ethereal oxygen. Ethereal oxygen and water can form this hydrogen bond. You can observe here. In this bond between hydrogen of water molecule and oxygen of ether is called hydrogen bond. Because of the formation of hydrogen bond, it is soluble or miscible in water as like the alcohols. Chemical properties of ethers. As we know that carbon oxygen carbon bond is inert. It is not break by any oxidizing or reducing agent. That's why ether is inert in chemical reaction. But in some condition it react. We'll see this. Laboratory test for ethers. Ethers are neutral compound in aqueous medium. Ether do not react with bases, cold dilute acids, reducing agent, oxidizing agents and active metals. However, ethers dissolve in cold concentrated sulfuric acid due to formation of oxonium salts. See the structure of this oxonium salt, how it form. So when ether react with sulfuric acid, then it form this oxonium salts. In this oxonium salt, here is the positive charge ion and here is the negative charge ion. This is called what? Oxonium salt. Because of that it is dissolved in cold and concentrated sulfuric acid. This property distinguishes ether from hydrocarbons. Now reaction involving alkyl group of ethers. First, formation of peroxide. When this ether like diethyl ether react with the oxygen, excess oxygen, atmospheric air, then it form corresponding peroxide. You are observing here CH3CH, O, C2H5 and this CH containing this OOH, that is the peroxide bond. So diethyl ether react with oxygen and it form this peroxide of diethyl ether. This is the diethyl ether and here it is what? Peroxide bond. So it form this peroxide of the diethyl ether. Reaction involving carbon oxygen bond. Reaction with hot dilute sulfuric acid, that is called what? Hydrolysis. So after hydrolysis, ethers convert into the alcohols under pressure. See this, simple ether ROR when hydrolyzed with water in presence of acid under pressure, then it form alcohol ROH. Both alkyl group is same, that's why it form the 2 mole of the same alcohol. But when mixed ether will consider, then it form the 2 different types of the alcohols ROH and R-OH. When we consider this aromatic ether AROR, then it also gives this phenol AROH and ROH. So this is the reaction with the hot dilute sulfuric acid, which is called hydrolysis. So after hydrolysis, ethers convert into the alcohols. Now reaction with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. Mixed ether when react with the phosphorus pentachloride, then it form RCl, RDCl and POCl3 phosphoryl chloride. Third reaction with hot concentrated acid. This is important part. As I told you, carbon oxygen carbon bond is a strong bond, not break by the acid base oxidizing and reducing agent. That's why ethers are inert in reaction, but sometimes it is break with the hot and cold concentrated HI and HBr. So hydroiodic acid and hydrobromic acid can break this bond and form this alcohol or alkyl halides. See this reaction. When we consider this ether and it react with the HX, it can be HI or HBr. Then it form the RX and ROH. It further react with the HX, then it give the corresponding RX. See this reaction, ROH, which form in the first step process, it again react with the HX and give the RX and H2O. So when we consider hot HI, in cold HI, it form, see this reaction properly, when this ether react with the HX, like that HI in cold condition, then it form this alkyl halide and alcohol. But when it is hot, then this alcohol further convert into the alkyl halide like this one after elimination of water. So hot HI give what? Alkyl halide, but cold HI give what? Alkyl halide as well as alcohol. The order of reactivity of HX is what? HI is more reactive than HBr, HBr is more reactive than HCl. So this reaction, when we consider mixed ether like this tert butyl methyl ether, then when it react with the HI, so in normal condition when we consider mixed ether, so in mixed ether, smaller group form alkyl halide and larger group form alcohol when react with the HI under cold condition. But in case of tertiary alkyl ether, tertiary group form this iodide and primary group will form this what? Alcohol. See this mechanism properly. When we are discussing the tert butyl bromide methyl ether, then it first protonated. So after protonation, it form this methyl alcohol and tertiary carbocation. As we know that tertiary carbocation is more stable than primary, that's why this process takes place and form this tertiary carbocation. And on this tertiary carbocation, again this nucleophile will attack and it form this tert butyl iodide. So this is the mechanism. See here, in this reaction, when I am discussing the simple ether react with the HI, then it form this intermediate oxonium ion, and after this attack of nucleophile I, one group form this methyl iodide, other group form this methyl alcohol. But when it is hot, when we consider hot HI, then this methyl alcohol further protonated, and after elimination of water, nucleophile will attack and it form this methyl iodide. So in cold condition, one molecule form this iodide and other form this what? Alcohol. But in hot condition, both will convert into the iodide. This is the reaction. Now, aryl alkyl ethers. In aryl alkyl ethers, see same reaction with HI. We see this when aryl alkyl ether treated with HI, then get protonated, same process, first step is same. Now in second step, because of the stability, this bond will break here and it form phenol and methyl iodide. So when we consider anisole, otherwise methoxybenzene, then it form phenol and methyl iodide when treated with hydrogen iodide. See that mechanism properly. Now electrophilic substitution in aromatic ethers. As we know that aromatic ethers give electrophilic substitution reaction at ortho and para position. Why it give the electrophilic substitution reaction? So when we consider this ether, aromatic ether, then lone pair of electron of oxygen take part in the delocalization of the pi electron of benzene and electron density created at ortho and para position. Because of that, electrophile will attack at ortho and para position and give the electrophilic substitution at ortho and para position. See some reactions, some examples. First, halogenations. In halogenation, when anisole or methoxybenzene react with the bromine in presence of ethanoic acid, acetic acid, that is also ethanoic acid, then it forms the mixture of the orthobromoanisole or para-bromoanisole, in which para-bromoanisole is major product, orthobromoanisole is minor product because of the stability. So this is the halogenation. As we are observing here, this is the ortho position, so it is called what? Orthobromoanisole, otherwise 1-bromo 2-methoxybenzene, and here is the para position, so it is called what? Para-anisole, otherwise 1-bromo 4-methoxybenzene. This is the major product. Second, Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts, two types of reaction here, alkylation and acylation. So first we discuss about the alkylation. In alkylation, anisole react with the alkyl chloride in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, then it gives the mixture of ortho and para. See the reaction. In this reaction, anisole react with the methyl chloride and anhydrous AlCl3. So methyl chloride and AlCl3 form electrophile CH3 plus, which attack on the ortho or para position and give this product. This is 4-methoxytoluene, otherwise this is 2-methoxytoluene, as 4-methoxytoluene means para substitution is major product and ortho substitution is the minor product. Similarly, acylation. See this acylation, when this anisole react with the acetyl chloride, this is acetyl chloride, in presence of AlCl3. So this acetyl chloride and AlCl3 form this electrophile like CH3, C double bond O plus. This is the electrophile form when this CH3CO Cl react with the anhydrous AlCl3, and this electrophile will attack and form the corresponding ortho and para substitution. Sorry. First, 2-methoxyacetophenone and 4-methoxyacetophenone. As we know that 4-methoxyacetophenone is the major product and 2-methoxyacetophenone is the minor product. So this is the acylation. Next we consider nitration. In nitration, when anisole react with the mixture of the nitrating mixture means H2SO4 and HNO3, so it form 2-nitroanisole or 4-nitroanisole. 4-nitroanisole is the major product because it is more stable. So these are the some electrophilic substitution reaction of this anisole, which is the aromatic alkyl ether. Now next we discuss about the uses of alcohols, phenols and ethers. This is the last topic of this chapter. First, alcohols. So methyl alcohol is used as a solvent for paint and varnishes. Ethyl alcohol is used as the antifreeze agent in automobiles, radiators. It is also used as a solvent, and ethyl alcohol used as a beverage also. Ethyl alcohol is an effective topical antiseptic also. Phenols. Actually, this phenol directly not used. It is used in the preparation of some compound like preparation of the bakelite polymer, in preparation of Dettol, in preparation of salicylic acid, picric acid, etc. Now ethers. Earlier diethyl ether was used as a general anesthetic in surgical operations. Diethyl ether is used as a solvent for Grignard reagent, fat, waxes, oils, etc. So these are the uses of alcohol, phenols and ethers. Thank you. So prepare your notes properly, try to solve all questions given in textbook, and if you have any doubt, just ask